My name is Chris. A couple years ago, I picked up a camera and decided, hey, let's shoot some videos while I travel. So I did, and I learned. I also learned how to edit. Um, not for fun, not anything crazy. It was just fun. A few days ago, I posted up a video on my Instagram, and people started messaging me like, "Hey, Chris, can you show me how you edit your last video? Hey, Chris, you should do a tutorial on how I edit my videos so I can learn." So, why not? We're in quarantine right now. I have nothing else better to do. So here it is. I'm gonna show you how I edited my last video. I will be putting down a few clips in the description so you guys can follow along. Also, you don't need any plugins. Everything I did was in camera movements. I usually use After Effects and Adobe Premiere, but this video I didn't use After Effects. Everything was done with the camera, which is pretty awesome because plugins do get pretty expensive. So everything I'm going to show you here is no plugins. Everything's in camera. So without further ado, I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you how the magic happens. Also, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, you're in luck because I'm about to show you the clip and then we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So Alright, so let's jump right into this video. So the first thing I do is, of course, I sort the video out by how I shot. So what I do is I go down to this little, I don't even know what you call it, and then I scroll all the way up and hit list view, and it shows me how, pretty much in order, all the clips I got. Okay. Another thing is I look for a song. There's a couple places I use, which is Epidemic Sound. Pretty cool. Everything's unlicensed music, so you can use it. You won't get copyrighted, blah, 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 which is pretty dope. It also has sound effects, which is where I get all my sound effects from. So it is a subscription based website. So I mean, there's other websites out there that I use. I'm not sponsored by Epidemic Sound, so it's just something I use. I found that's really helpful and has a variety of things. But first things first is I do pick a song. I already have a song, so let's just go with the song that I chose. Cool. So I grab it. It's in my timeline. I move it all the way towards the bottom because I'm not going to really play with it as much. Not to the very, very end. Okay. So first things first is I get my first clip. My first clip is, of course, the drink, which is actually my last clip that I had. It's not how I planned on shooting it, but it just happened that way. And for some reason, my video is always smaller, and I don't know why. But I'm just going to go ahead and pump that up. Go to scale. I hit 150. Perfect. So I go to right where it's about to move, which is right there. Trim it down. Cool. Now, what I also did was I put it slower in slow motion. So I think I did 60%. Okay. So we got something like this. That's a little too long, so I'm gonna cut it down by bringing up the cut key. You hit C, and you just cut it go back to your little user pointer thing is you hit V, or you can just click the button. Totally up to you. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my... Okay. So now we got that. Perfect. Okay. Now I save every other, I don't know, couple minutes, because my Adobe Premiere does crash from time to time, which sucks. I have a big old computer. It's a gaming computer, so it does a lot of work, but for some reason when it comes to Premiere, it's a really heavy on graphics. So yeah, it puts my computer to work. Alright, so the next clip is him sliding the cup, which is about right here. I'm gonna take it right when he's about to cut, or right where he's about to slide the cup. So we're gonna get something like this, and then I'm gonna cut it right about there. Just trim it down a little bit. Perfect. So look at there it goes. I'm saving again. You never know with Premiere. Sometimes I can go a whole time editing and it doesn't crash on me, and sometimes it just crashes, which sucks because sometimes I forget to save and I gotta redo everything I just did. This is actually the third time I did this because it crashed so many times already. So feel lucky. So we got this. Boom. Awesome. So what I did here is I also put in slow motion. So right about here, where you slide in the cup, all the way to about right there. I just cut it. There's other ways to do it, of doing it. I find this is just easier for me. I don't know. I've been doing it for the longest. I go to about 60% or so. So now we're gonna get something like this. Boom. Alright. So the next clip was, of course, him dipping it into the chili. Once again, I'm gonna delete that. We're gonna go up to scale 150. Boom. I'm gonna get it from about right here. Boom. Whoops. Went too far. Boom. Alright, so this is an example of what I told you is I didn't use any transitions. Everything I did was through the camera. So there's no plugin needed. Let me go ahead and show you. So as you can tell, I move the camera downwards. As you can see my feet. Boom. Awesome. Alright, so the next clip was him pouring the ice in the cup. Boom. So we're going to go ahead and pull that clip here. I mess with the sound later, of course. I try to get all my clips, ready and everything. Then I deal with the sound. I deal with, all the effects after the fact. A lot of people do it as they go. I used to. It took me a lot of time, try to search for sounds. It's really time consuming. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move this clip up. Originally it was on the same line. We're going to go ahead and move this clip up. What we're going to do is quick masking. Okay, so we're going to go right here where you start seeing the end of the counter. Let me go ahead and go 25%. Brings the video down a little bit. We are going to go to opacity, and there's a little square up in this little left corner here, and we're just going to pull that to the side. We're going to hit the invert button, so I can still see the screen, of course, and we're going to go ahead and move this down right below right here. Boom. Okay, Now before anything, you're going to click this little clock, this little toggle animation thing, and you're going to click it. Okay, when you click it, your little box you have over there is going to disappear. It's cool, don't worry. Just go ahead and hit the mask again. Okay, now we got to move frame by frame, and then we're just going to easily just do these frame by frame. Just move your little box little by little. Oops, little by little. Until it covers the whole screen. Okay. Alright. So that's done, right? Boom. As you can tell, it's still a little rough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to mask feather. Okay. And we're going to bring this up to about like 300-ish. Almost 300. Around there. Whatever you feel is, right now I'm at 270. So it looks good. A little bit. That'll work for this tutorial. Boom. Perfect. So what I did here is I put the ice in slow motion also. So I'm going to cut it where he starts pouring the ice until about he's done, which is right there. Right? We're going to move this over a little bit. We're going to put this, the way you go to slow motion is you right click till you get this big old tab open. You can go to speed duration, and I'm going to go to 50. Boom. Alright. So now you're going to get something like this. Okay. So this is what we did so far. Let me show you. Boom. You guys are doing amazing. Hopefully you guys are still watching. Hopefully. Alright. So these are the clips I've been using. I'm not going to show you all of it because it is going to take forever. I'll show you a few more, of course. And then these clips, I'll go ahead and put them down in a link, of course, so you guys can follow along. I guess I'll throw in the song. I don't think I'm supposed to, but oh well, whatever. Next clip was him pouring the ice, and then he's getting the cup. So the next clip was him flipping his cup, his little, I don't know what you call it, his bartender cup. I'm not a bartender, so don't make fun of me. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go up to edit, effect controls. I mean, I'm going 150. Bring that up. Boom. So next one again is gonna be a masking. I'll go ahead and do this real fast since I already told you how to do it. And I'll go ahead and speed through this for you real fast. So I did the masking. So now you see something like this. Of course, I'm going to go back and feather that up a little bit real fast. I think the last one I used 270, so I'm going to go ahead and do 270. Blends in perfectly. And then I'm going to get the next clip to where where I start moving right about here. Let me go ahead and turn off this sound. And then we're going to bring it underneath. So right about here is where I want it. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit like... cool. So now I got this effect right here. Okay. Right when he flips the cup, about right there, I do another slow motion. Boom. To about right there. Now, like I said, a lot of people do it differently. I just find this a lot easier for me. you know, there is some cool time ramps out there that teach you how to do it. I actually never got a hang of it. I found it a lot harder. This is easier for me to do it this way. So right now it's gonna come out something like this. Boom. And then again, this is another masking. So we're going to go ahead and mask it real fast. Before that, we are going to pull this up, and the next clip is him, you know, getting his fruit on. And that's funny saying, but so the next clip is him getting his fruit and dropping it into that little cup, can, I don't know what you call it. So we're gonna go ahead and scale this up to 150, and then we're gonna do another mask right about starting right here. I'm saving. I save every now and then, you know, you never know when it comes to Premiere. But let me go ahead and do this mask real fast, and then we'll go ahead and get started, and you know, on the next one. All right, welcome back. So I went ahead and did the mask. I forgot a feather, so let me feather this real fast. 270 is what I used last time. So now we got something like this. Boom. And again, it's just masking, guys. It really is. So like I said, it's just masking. Don't be scared. It's nothing crazy. But this is what we have so far. Hopefully you guys are still working on it. If not, go ahead and pause it, go back to the beginning, redo it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool effects. But here we go. Alright guys, so that's pretty much, you know, that's pretty much it. Everything I did was in camera. No presets, no plugins, you know, I didn't use After Effects. Everything was just masking. But hopefully you like this video. If you do, subscribe, like, maybe drop a comment. If you guys want to see more, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. If you guys want to maybe see it behind the scenes, maybe the next time I go out and shoot, I'll show it behind the scenes for you guys, so you guys can see how I shot and then how I edit as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, you know, I appreciate you, and hopefully I can make more content for you guys. But that's pretty much it. Take care, you guys. Peace.